Good morning, Mr. Budi, and also everyone. In this occasion, I would like to present my research proposal. The title is The Student Perception and Benefit in Learning Speaking Skill Through Talking Chips. Here is a table of content. And for chapter 1, introduction, the research background is speaking skill is an important ability for students because it is essential for effective communication in both academic and real-life setting. According to Turksey 2003, state that spoken language was the first form in human communication. And according to Brown 2004, page 140, state that speaking ability is challenge to master because it includes all of the components in English. And the innovation of using talking chips to improve speaking skill is its new method of teaching oral language and understanding. As stated by Kagan and Kagan 2009, there is a technique in cooperative learning that can be used to solve problems in speaking, namely talking chip technique. For the research problem, the research problem of this research is presented clearly in the form of question as follows. The first one is what are students' perception and learning speaking through talking chips? And the second one is what are the benefits for student and learning speaking through talking chips? And for chapter 2, theoretical review and empirical review, the first one is theoretical review. According to Brown 2001, speaking involves the creation and transmission of meaning using verbal and nonverbal signal. According to Kagan 2009, page 36, talking chips, it's one of the teaching and learning technique cooperative where students take part in group conversation and contribute a token every time they speak. And according to Brown 2004, at that if the instructor want to measure speaking ability of the student, various components such as fluency, comprehension, and grammar, it must check. And for the empirical review, for the first research was from Fabiana Rahardiani Putri 2021 entitled English Department Student Perception Toward Online Public Speaking Class. The subject of this research were third semester students of English Department at Tidar University. There were 4 classes of third semester students of English Department which consists of male and female students. The research finding data was collected using questionnaire and interview technique. Such techniques were used to obtain the student response toward online public speaking class. And the second one is from Eti Rahayu 2018 with the title Student Perception of the Effectiveness of Public Speaking Classes to Support Their Speaking Practice. This observation used a qualitative descriptive method to describe phenomena related to student perception of public speaking course at universities. The research finding present the result of data analysis collected through questionnaires regarding student perception of public speaking classes at university. And for chapter 3, research method, the research design to carry out this research, according to Taigi 2005, state that there were 5 stages which were carried out carefully, namely design, pilot study, data collection, data analysis, and report writing. These 5 stages will be carried out procedurally in order to produce appropriate research finding. First, researcher will prioritize certain research problem that will direct their research. Second, the researcher will prepare a research protocol consisting of procedures that will be implemented in the pilot study. Third, the data required in this research was then collected using the research instrument provided. And fourth, after the data is collected, it is then analyzed through an analytic strategy, namely explanation building. And finally, the result of the data analysis will be reported in the form of finding and discussion. The subject of the study, this research will be carried out especially on 10th grade students at SMK Rekayasa Denpasar in the 2024-2025 academic year. They were chosen as sample for this research because they were less enthusiastic about the teaching and learning process in the classroom. This will cause their speaking performance to not be very good. In this class, there will be a total of 27 students who will be used as sample. And for research instrument, to collect this basic interpretation research data, the 3 type of instrument will be prepared. Research instrument will be carefully prepared to ensure their validity and reliability. Because only valid and reliable instrument can be used to collect valid and reliable data. The research instrument used were observation, open online questionnaires, and semi-structured interview. And for data collection, in the data collection process, researcher will first start the teaching and learning process by applying talking chips. The implementation will be carried out in the three meetings. The first meeting is mainly aimed at teaching learning material about giving opinion monologue. The second meeting will be used to present a giving opinion monologue in class. The third meeting will be used to prepare their final assignment. During the three meeting, researcher will observe the sample carefully. After the teaching and learning process is complete, the sample is then asked to fill out a questionnaire. Finally, based on the result of observation and questionnaire, then sample will be interviewed through one-to-one semi-structured interview. This will be an important part of getting more comprehensive data and learning speaking skill through talking tips. And for the data analysis, the information necessary to be gathered for this fundamental interpretive study will then be examined to determine a solution to the research question. The information collected will be transcribed, categorized, and analyzed and presented as the conclusion of this research. Qualitative data will be evaluated using triangulation, namely combining data from observation, questionnaires, and semi-structured interview to produce meaningful research conclusion. To carry out a more comprehensive data analysis, triangulation of the data obtained is very important. As a result, the result can be classified as valid and trustworthy. I think that's all about my research proposal presentation. Thank you.